Hey, this is Sean.
And I'm Dell, and you're watching Up Late
With Sean Dale.
Come on now. Up Late.
Every time I do that, I literally open everything trying to share it, and it does this to me every time.
Hey y'all, welcome to Up Late with Shaw and Dell at our special time today.
Very special. Like dinner is in the oven special. Okay.
Dinner is on the way for me because why did my homeboy call me? Of course, needing help. I don't know why I got this paperwork stench, this tech support stench on me, but I'm talking about wherever people need something typed up, something done, I'm who they call. So anyway, so he's like, how about yesterday he called, he was like, well, how about I buy you dinner? Just me and you. So I was like, okay, but then I was like, well, no, how about I buy you lunch? But I was like, oh, I got some running around to do. So then, I called him back and he was like, I was like, well, you haven't sent me your link for this other thing. Oh yeah, why don't I just come over there for dinner? Okay, just
that was the plan. That was the plan from the beginning. The whole time.
Anyway, how was your day? First of all, what are you cooking for dinner? Let's break that down.
Well, it's funny because I'm going out of town next week. As you know, I'll be with you. So I literally just started cooking everything in my refrigerator because I don't want stuff to go bad. So I had like an old eggplant, an old zucchini that was going bad, some mushrooms. I put some egg noodles in a pot with some stock, and I made that with some curry shrimp. Then tonight I'm making baked chicken with rice and collard greens.
You know what? Luckily, you got kids. You got a whole family, so it's definitely gonna get ate up. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about that, they want chicken nuggets. So while I'll be doing all that, it's like, well, this looks nice, but can you pass me a chicken nugget from? But then they want it from like Burger King.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's it is so true. Remember Eddie Murphy back in the day? He was just like, you don't want that burger. You want McDonald's. You want McDonald's, but your mama is cooking the burgers with the peppers in there and the onion. Like now, that is how we're eating. You know what I'm saying? But back then, you smell that salt, girl. McDonald's got kids. Burger King, all of them got kids.
Yes,
hooked on that salt, including adults, because
we want to. I have trouble going by there. It's a convenience because I swore I would never go, and I was like, listen. I could just get them this chicken nugget that one time and 25 times after that.
So that's it. Because the salt is actually crack.
It is. I believe it. I'm truly believe it. That's why I just feel like, listen, I'm going to try to make these meals knowing that nobody but myself and maybe beloved want to eat it. Outside of that, no.
So, we got to get right into it because I sent you the picture from Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all think about Lil Nas X, but I'm talking about let's get the photo. Did you actually get a chance to check out the video?
I saw some of it, and when I opened it up, I literally was like, I can't do this. Like, and I'm normally a person who will just watch stuff just because I want to see what was out. But my spirit wasn't in the right place to be able to consume that at that time. And I was like, what am I actually seeing right now? It didn't seem artistic because I believe that you can have expression of whatever you're trying to portray. But it seemed when you open it up, it seemed very demonic. And again, I watch scary movies. I believe in all. It didn't sit well with me when I first opened it up. So
I know. And you know what? I never feel like heavy, girl. But when I saw that tree, I immediately recognized it as the Adam and Eve tree, the serpent going down the tree. And it was just like, it was so heavy. It was so full of these demonic images that I just was like I felt like after I finished watching it, it was one of those things where I needed a release from it. Like I felt like I had been somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was. Now the thing I wanted to discuss with you too, because you are a mom, and my homegirl, Nikki, she was just like, really not, I saw a post of hers and it was just like, really Nas X, after the majority of your audience is kids from the the Old Town Road. Well, I want to take my road down the Old Town Road. Well, all the kids was singing that, and now you release this video, and it's just like, are you working for the devil? Because you about to drag the kids on over here to this side of demon curiosity.
Like I said, I believe in his artistic expression to put out whatever he wants because he's an artist. That's his right to do so. As a parent, I choose not to allow my kids, like my son loves This Is America. In the video, there's gratuitous things in the actual video that I have to fast forward to past because I'm like, I don't want him to see this imagery of violence being replayed in his head. So that's my responsibility. It's not his responsibility to censor his art to my children. I will never tell someone they shouldn't put out whatever they want to, especially the fact that that's what they felt they wanted to express. It's my right as a parent to choose not to let them see it. I would never want to be like, how dare you?
It's been a tell your kids to turn their head a week, because remember Cardi just put out a message, was like, your kids need to be in the bed. This was last week. She was like, your kids need to be in the bed, instead of looking at my Grammy performance. And I do feel like, I am so torn too, because I have a song actually that the kids like that I want to remake because it has like sexual innuendos in the song. You know what I mean? Although I'm putting it in it for color, but I never thought that the kids would like the song. I was marketing it toward adults, and I wasn't even making it like sexual. I was just thinking of like, the song is like, "Ooh, I want to ride your boom boom." And my boom boom is the beat, you know what I'm saying? But It does have this like sexual, connotation on it. And then when I look at TikTok, a lot of the kids love the song. So now I'm like, I want to remake the song because I have something in me that's just like, no, I want to make this clean so that the kids can like enjoy it and they can be pure. You know what I mean? Like,
but then you're gospel, then you're inspirational artist, and if that's what you want to do, then so be it. But you shouldn't, if your intent was to kind of play on a word and with the aspect that it did have as such. You're an adult who at some point may have enjoyed sex. So why is that a bad thing to talk about something as an adult? Like, pornographic stuff is not for children, so children shouldn't consume that. Pornography is all over the web. Like, TikTok has been accounted for the death of a child. So then therefore you shouldn't have to, as an artist, decide, oh no, I'm not going to put this song out there. But if that's what you feel like in your own self, that's one thing. But you should not have to censor yourself because you feel like a child's going to hear it and feel sexualized by it, especially when the WAP is out there.
Well, here's my thought process on it too. And, in other times I would have agreed on it because I'm just like, okay, well, tell your child to turn it off. But it's not the parents saying, like, it's children and their parents who are both enjoying it. It's my homegirl who says, girl, every time I turn your song on, my 3-year-old is like, oh, I love your song. My homegirl is like, girl, my 2 daughters. And, the Bible does say, to whom much is given, much is required. And that is my whole thought process of wanting to recut the song clean, is because much is required from me, personally. I just feel like I want them to enjoy it. Like, if they love the beat, like, I didn't imagine them loving the beat. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even imagine them getting a hold of the song. But now that they did get a hold of the song, there's something in me that says, well, I want to make it clean for the kids. I want them to like enjoy. I don't want to see a child dancing to the song and then there's a sexual innuendo playing with the child, because I know what it is. Now they may not know what it is.
That's a difference though. Then that's a difference, because now within your own walk in life, you feel the responsibility of doing it. I just don't feel like, as parents or consumers, I should then project onto you what my philosophies for my household is. So that's what I'm saying. So if you feel like for your own self, that's what you should do, go for it. But I don't feel like as a parent or consumer, I should tell you what you should do with your art.
And also, I totally agree with you. I don't feel like people should be dictating your art. But then it goes back to the Lil Nas X. Like, is there something in you? Like, where is that thing in you that guides you anyway to say, oh, because like, even like with cursing, like, I have been cursing for my entire career. You know what I'm saying? But then when I started doing sketch comedy out here, a lot of kids would hit me up and be like, y'all make me laugh every day. We didn't have no home. I was looking at y'all videos. You know what I mean? Not we didn't have no home, but like we'll be going through stuff. And I was looking at y'all video and I felt, and like it would be a lot of younger children, you know, a lot of 18-year-olds, even the little younger guy, Drippy, you know, he's 18, 19, and they're hitting me up for the videos. And now I'm just like, oh, it's a lot of kids on my page. I want to like, you know, I just want to be responsible for them. So it's just like, okay, where is that thing in the artist that says, the kids is hitting me up. I need to like, you know, and you have every right. Like also too, I've been in my 20s, I've been in my 30s, I've been on the other side. So, you know, I wasn't ready to be on this, in this walk when I was their age either. So there's that, you know, but it's just, I do feel, you know, I do feel at this age so responsible for my own actions. And, you know, I do feel like when you have a video, like, you know, the Lil Nas X, let me show y'all the picture again. You know, this is a bit much for
it, although you see the picture of him, what he's doing is that his body is on top of what is supposed to be considered as the devil. And he's like riding it, I guess. I mean, so that's what people can't see, but just to describe it. So yes, as you go on in the video, there's several different images of this throughout the video.
And I'm talking about, you know, it was just I don't know what other word to use. I was just disgusted. I was like, oh, this is demonic right here. You know what I mean?
But here's a question to that. But it is about us turning a page in our life, because at a point in time where things that we would listen to, our parents, like I was, first of all, Lil' Kim Hardcore was on rotation in my Hyundai Excel, okay? On a rotation, like going to church, and I ushered at church. Okay.
Oh my God, John, you better stop telling the truth. Now you know I grew up in New Orleans, where as soon as I came from church, girl, Scarface and the Ghetto Boys would be on, girl. Like they had a song that says, "My pockets ain't hurting, that's for certain. You see, a broke is a burden. I'm the first on the block for the cheese, and I'm the last." Elite girl, when I tell you, Sha, I was like, that song was pulsating in my head for the whole church service. Like I couldn't wait to get out of church to sneak and listen to it, because you know my grandma was not playing it, but girl, as soon as I got out of church, it was playing all down the street, because girl, that was the song, you know what I'm saying, at the time. So
that's why I'm saying that that's why I allow people to be who they are in that age, because I know what I was doing in my 20s. If there was a social media of any sort, please. That's why I don't put projection of that mentality of what you should not be doing. Because in my 20s, I get it. You have to go through those mistakes, and you may not ever come out saying this is something I'm not going to do anymore. But that's your decision to make for yourself. So.
Oh, well, we've been getting so many heavy discussions. Deatica says Willie D ripped that verse.
I didn't even know who sang it. I mean, New Host was on the verse.
The Ghetto Boy. Willie D was one of the Ghetto Boys. Deatica, what do you think about the Lil Nas X video? Because, you know, parents are like, you know, I don't feel like parents can turn the raising into the artist's responsibility. That's where I feel like parents have to take that back. But, you know, because the phones are so prevalent, because, you know, there's so much technology, you know, your kid is running into it all the time, and you do feel this like why is this even out there? And the thing about it too is, if your last song seems so innocent, you know what I mean, then you're not just like, okay, now let me see what Nas X is doing, you know, before I let you watch. You're not watching because you're assuming it's safe.
Are we missing subliminal messages? Because I want to take my horse on an open road, and I want to
ride till I can't. But you know, you're seeing the horse, you're seeing the
right, but that's subliminal.
I mean, it's subliminal, but we didn't know it at the time. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because you came out with the song, we loved the song, and then the song, you know, then you came out and said that you was gay, you know what I'm saying? Which we all accepted, you know, because we just thought, okay, this gay was you. We'll accept you. I mean, like, we all have our things too, so we don't find anything wrong with that. But then when you just like, well, now I want to bring you to the other side, well, that's where people, that's where the parents have a problem with, because we're not checking the videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but then again, that's their responsibility. Like I watch, like, case in point, I'm in a car riding today, and Carter has the phone, her phone, and all of a sudden I hear something to say, shut your A up. And I thought I've taken everything off of it that she would even be able to get access to that would even say that. But because it's still connected to my phone, it could have been a video in my folder, it could have been Instagram. So then in that case, I'm like, give me the phone. Nope, can't have it back. Because now I got to go through, scrub her phone and find out where she even seeing that at. So, no.
Well, guys, we got so much more to discuss, and we have our guest in the building. Our guest coming soon, which is Ruff Endz. Guys, I'm so happy that me and Shaw can just bring y'all the absolute best. You gotta stay tuned. Ruff Endz will be in the building. We're going to pay these bills. And when we come back, I have another video that somebody sent me from Congress talking about Blacks don't understand family law, the family structure. And we're going to talk about that too. So stay tuned. Let us pay the bills, and we'll be right back.
Up Late with Shaw and Dell is brought to you by The Buena, an Italian leather custom designed high-top sneaker by Gwendoria Abrams Shoes. Order your pair at GwendoriaA.com.
Up Late with Shaw and Dell was also brought to you by Lashed by K. Jeanette. Lashes that last.
And make sure you join in the party every Monday as we discuss the hottest topics, hearing what you have to say. Follow us at Up Late TV Show on Instagram.
Hey, this is Shaw Hayes.
And Dale Harrison, and you're watching
Up Late TV Show.
You got to come on over to our channel. We got
the hottest celebrity interviews
and the funniest comedians on our channel.
Well, funny pop. Come on, we got the hot topics, pop culture. You just want to see it all.
And we're giving our funny opinion, and you will LYAO. So make sure you come through.
And subscribe.
Comment.
Hello.
Yeah. First of all, I just love how we did that promo 5 years ago, y'all. And that promo is
and without any script. We just was like, all right, let's get in here. We was in front of Puma's his shop that Puma from Black Ink Crew. Yeah. In front of his shop, like literally we just did like a whole takeover on that street. We was in Harlem, right?
First of all, we've done a takeover on every street. I remember, guys, when we were shooting a promo that we wanted to show to a network that we could do it. We went to this dealership and acted like we wanted to test drive a car and shot a whole commercial on the test drive. Shot in 1 minute. Shaw casted somebody. Shaw held out an audition, casted somebody, hired them, fired them on the same spot, and all it is on the test drive I'm talking about. And then Dante was always the culprit. Like Dante is Shaw's husband, y'all. He was always in the background somewhere being down. She was like, Dante, just do it. Just go over there and give him dap and act like. And Dante, in a flick of a second, he wouldn't even be like, what? These people gonna get us in trouble. Nah, he would be like, all right, what you need me to do? Hold the camera, hold the bag, star in the film. All right,
I'm always up to some kind of foolishness. Always up to doing some kind of foolishness at all. I remember years ago being at a Bad Boys concert, and literally after the show, I was like, we're gonna go backstage, y'all. And literally walk backstage, and this is right after Biggie got shot, and watch Puff leave out. And this is at MCI Center in DC at the time. He had to be escorted out by at least 20 DC police officers because of the fact it was like this heightened issue that this beef, the West Coast beef. I never get that. We was literally backstage, like we was, and not a soul came out to us and was like, are you supposed to be here? And I was like, and no one asked us that. So we just stood there like we was part of his entourage. No one cared.
I'm talking about straight. Look, Deanna said, as a creator, you decide where your moral lines will be. Oh, okay. So we're doing the fan check-in. First of all, we were talking about the Lil Nas X. Whether or not he is responsible to curate his content and cater his content to the audience that he built before, which was the kids who like that song. Mm-hmm. And doing the fan check-in, Deatica says, as a creator, you decide where your moral lines will be, but parents have to do their own job, preparing your child for life and what comes with starts and at an early age. I mean, it's true. You know what I'm saying? So Darius talking about, y'all would do this while I'm at work. Deanna says true, and Deatica's, of course, talking about Shaw casting the commercial, talking about Hustler of the Year. You go right about that. Well, let's get into this next video that somebody sent me, because I always got to find stuff that get on my last nerve, guys. I love, I hate to be pissed off, but somehow I just love being pissed off, guys, because I always, it finds me. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
Democrat Stacey Plaskett responding to these comments from Republican Glenn Grothman.
One of the things that hasn't been mentioned here, the increase in the earned income tax credit for single people has a marriage penalty in it. I bring it up because I know the strength that Black Lives Matter had in this last election. I know it's a group that it doesn't like the old-fashioned family.
How dare you say that Black Lives Matter? Black people do not understand old-fashioned families. We have been able to keep our families alive for over 400 years, and the assault on our families to not have Black lives or not even have Black families. How dare you say that we are not interested in families in the Black community? That is outrageous. That should be stricken down.
Ciao.
Now,
I'm too heightenedly sensitive right now. I have been watching this Derek Chauvin trial, like literally nonstop since yesterday, starting today. And like right now, I just have a visceral reaction to just hearing this nastiness, because it just perpetuates all the same kind of mentality that, that Derek Chauvin, who's a police officer who killed George Floyd, that it's the same mentality that Black people ain't this, Black people ain't that, we ain't worth nothing, so I'm put our knee on your neck and kill you in the middle of the street. So that's just, I just want all these old white men and women who have just fall off the face of the earth, just find a ledge and plummet right now. The end.
I was thinking the same thing earlier, Sha. Like, what's so crazy is I was just thinking to myself, I really need to go to white man school, because I really want to be able to distinguish between this kind of white male, because I work right now with this old white man who recommends me to every single thing. I want to be able to distinguish that kind of white man from this kind of white man that was in Congress, because you know what I'm saying? Y'all look at all the and also too, they need to go to Black people's school. They need to be able to distinguish between, first of all, the Black Lives, you talking about the Black Lives Matter, doesn't understand doesn't respect the old family values, the old family. No, it's the white male in Congress that thinks like that doesn't respect the Black family values or the family values, because y'all are the ones taking away the Black father. Y'all
they don't get that. They don't get that part. Because if you wasn't just committing crimes, then you wouldn't get arrested and go to jail for 20 years for stealing bubble gum. But they don't get that part.
Guys, speaking of Black men, we're gonna lighten up the topic. Well, and before I lighten up the topic, I just want to add a little joy by just putting on our weekly hit, guys.
Stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah.
I just had to first of all, our guest backstage is dancing to the music. Guys, I want to get our guests in here. We just love this R&B group. They have stayed together for 20 years. And when we get y'all in, we're going to play it again because I saw you backstage jamming it up. Please, guys, give it up for Ruff Endz in the building.
Yeah.
Y'all had me on the floor just now. I just want y'all to know.
Hold on, guys.
I need my stimulus check.
Wait, hold on, guys.
Stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah. I need my stimulus check, yeah.
Okay.
Y'all, we play that every week, y'all.
Oh my God. I gotta take that.
Me and Dale are coming out with the remix. We coming out with the remix. Tell them the remix, Dale. Tell them the remix, Dale. We coming out with the remix.
I need my reparations check, yeah.
Exactly.
I need. Hey, y'all.
Oh my God. I love the intro.
How y'all doing?
We are laughing right now, and we got, my stomach. I feel like I did some ab work listening to y'all.
Well, it only gets better from here, so get ready.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thank you for having us, darling.
Well, thank y'all for coming on. We have been so happy to, be reintroduced to all the great music we have had over the years and all the new songs that you all are coming out with this new album. So tell us about the new single that you guys got coming out.
Well, our first single, Be the One. Be the One is something, we wanted to start off something with a little tempo to it. That's always usually the formula with us in the music industry. But we didn't want to make it the typical up-tempo song. We wanted to actually put some substance to it. So Be the One is basically talking about meeting someone or finding someone that makes you want to be the best you. You're trying to be the right person at the right time, doing all the stuff you never did before to get something you never had, which is the right person. So, I mean,
that's a good theme song for people.
That's that's the first single.
That's
awesome.
My theme song right there. That one, boy, I'm talking about. People are going to therapy. They doing sound baths and taking retreat. All for that. That one is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Listening to relationship gurus for advice.
What I want, guys, because we have y'all on the show for a limited time. We know y'all have the interviews. We know y'all are from Baltimore, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Definitely from Baltimore. So we've got a little game we need to play with y'all, okay? Because we need to find out how B more are you?
B.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give you.
Y'all got some time too, so we got a few more minutes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So good.
Okay, great, because we was feeling the pressure. You know what I mean?
I know we're gonna get a text message in a minute, so
Good.
You could be good. We was running behind, but I don't think we got a little break, so we got
good.
Yeah.
We're gonna jump right into it.
Okay, well, we're gonna give you some clues to some places in Baltimore or some things in Baltimore, and we're gonna see how Baltimore are you, B? You know what I'm saying? The first one is it makes a great date, maybe even a play date for the kids, but it's kind of fishy.
The harbor?
Where am I talking about?
The harbor?
Kind of.
It's at the harbor.
It's at the harbor? Oh, okay.
Let me say it to you again. It makes a great date, even a play date for the kids, but it's kind of fishy.
Fishing?
Oh, the aquarium, National Aquarium?
Okay.
Okay. I was guessing, but okay.
You got
this game. Let's go.
You're like, I'm ready now. All right, now this my description. So this says this place is known for its hip pubs and taverns with a lot of live music as well as seafood joints serving Chesapeake Bay crabs and oysters.
That's the well, Bay Island. I mean, that's
Let me give you another clue.
Is it Leicester Market?
Let me give you another clue. If you were to trip down and you got on the ground, you're what?
If you trip down, you fall?
Yes.
So it's fell.
Fells Point.
Fells.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. We from that's a nice area of Baltimore. We're from the rough end of Baltimore. You know what I mean?
I would think that I have upended yourself since then. So I thought maybe you had branched out a little bit. Upended yourself.
You good. You good.
The penthouse of the sky.
That's what it is, though. We know what it is.
Okay, so we got our second to last one is, this could be a park or a singing group.
Drew Hill.
Excellent.
You got my thinking cap on now.
Right.
I know. I see it. I see the thinking cap on. Shy has the last one.
All right. If you know anybody who went to this university, they had to have gone here.
Morgan.
There you go.
I was like, people not even from Baltimore if they don't have a friend that went to Morgan. You know what I'm saying? Because me and Sha are both from DC, and Sha went to Morgan, and everybody like
ancillary kind of situation with friends, but yes.
Morgan or Coppin.
Yeah. So, you guys, what I really love about you guys so much is, first of all, y'all got some jamming music. Like I was even listening to Congratulations last night, which is one of the new singles that's coming on. And it feels like y'all have really incorporated the old R&B with the, like that, that new trap sound. You know what I mean? It's like that, and I just wanted to ask you guys, we see the movies about groups breaking up. Somebody got on drugs, somebody baby mama is chasing them around to shows. And what is the movie like? Let me rephrase the question. We see movies about the group breakups, the drugs, the baby mamas, the somebody jealous. What is a movie of staying together look like? Because y'all been together for 20 years, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So listen, what the movie look like? I got you. What the movie look like? The movie, like any great movie, has its ups and downs. It's gonna have its heartaches, it's gonna have its tragedies, it's gonna have its triumphs, it's gonna have its the real beautiful tear-jerking moments. Our movie is the same way, but at the same time, and I love that you use movie because I use this analogy all the time. And I send this out to all our fans and listeners. You're the narrator of your movie. You're the creator of your movie. You need to decide right now, today, while you're listening to us right now, like, what kind of movie are you playing in? And who are you playing in the movie? You know what? I hope you don't want to be the victim. You feel me? I hope you will want to be the hero. I hope you will want to be the one the triumphs in the end. I hope you want to be that great comeback movie. America loves great comeback movies.
Yeah.
Movie, Adrian win in the end. You know what I'm saying? So for us, that's the movie for us. For us, we had our ups and downs, and we are more brothers than any blood brother I've ever known. Whereas though we've had our ups and downs, we've had our crazy drag out arguments, but at the same time, I love this brother more than any other person. So that allows me to take the shield off for our creativity, for our pride, all of that stuff that would hinder a lot of other people from coming back together, even if they break up, staying together, being able to put your ego aside to do music, to say, look, you producing the music, that's a certain percentage already, because you the producer. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's beyond pride. That's beyond music. That's getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like realizing, you know, that you work great together. And however you need to make that happen, hey, be grown man or grown woman or whatever your situation is, and make it happen. Make your story what it is. You know what I'm saying? Make your own. I mean to get too deep. I'm sorry.
No, that's good,
No,
because a lot of people as artists want to hear that kind of stuff for sure. So we were talking earlier about Lil Nas X and his video, and as artists, people often feel like there should be some level of censorship when it comes down to your music. What do you think when it comes down to what if people put out images that may seem a little provocative or song and lyrics? What do you think and say to people who tell them they shouldn't put that out there, especially when it's kids watching them?
I mean, listen, this is what I feel. We from round the way in Baltimore, and you know, for the gangbangers and the people that's go out there, say if me and Don say we all in the car and we gonna ride up on somebody, and this is a movie, what track you think they gonna play? They not gonna be playing Someone to Love You. You follow me? We're not gonna be listening to Someone to Love You when we about to go run up on somebody and take them out. So when you look at it that way, the people that's doing certain things listen to certain kind of things, and that's facts. They are influenced by what we listen to, and everything that's happened to Black people in this country. You know, one of the things that brought me and Dante back together is Freddie Gray in Baltimore. He lost his life. Shout out to his family, rest in peace. And that was the first song we did. We did a song called Time for Change, and that was the first song we did. And it was about just using our platform to have a voice about what was going on, because we're not politicians or we're not political, but we don't know what to do. But, you know, so we did a song about it. And we kind of vowed in that moment to use our platform to speak about love, things that will rebuild our community, because, you know, love is the one thing that could take the guy off the street. You know what I mean? Love is the thing that stops us from killing each other. You know what I mean? So our focus is if we can help mommy and daddy stay together, a man and a woman come together and they love each other in a way where they create an atmosphere for children to be born and they can nurture them. We're going to change the world. We're going to change the future by doing that. And that's our perspective on what, you know, the music plays a role in that. You know, we're the soundtrack to people's lives, and people are influenced. Believe it or not, I mean, I never thought it like that when I was younger, but I met a lot of people that literally they get their stuff from songs. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of girls that listen to Beyonce songs, and they're doing exactly what this. I mean, that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? So I really see that there's a responsibility, and as a group, we can't no longer be a part of the problem. We've got to be a part of the solution, and that's why you got an album like Rebirth.
So y'all come out with cassette tapes, because we need to get like people making the cassette tapes and passing them out to their girlfriends. That'll solve all the problems.
Speaking of songs, guys, we have our final game for you guys, okay? Called Finish This Song. All right. So Dante, David, we're gonna hang y'all some lyrics and y'all need to sing the finish of this song. Okay. Now, the first one is a giveaway, but we still want to hear you sing it. Okay, we're going to start. Forever, my lady, you mean that much to me.
He's muted.
Wait, you're muted. We can't hear you. Hold on.
He muted himself.
You know, he's muted.
Nothing more precious than to raise a family.
Yes.
Earth in the voice.
Okay, raspy. You know, you about to pay tithes and offering listening to this.
Where's that?
He a preacher kid. He a preacher kid. You always give yourself away.
That's it.
He a preacher kid. He had to mention tithes and offerings.
You already know.
All right. Here's a this one is probably a little bit difficult, but let me see if we can go with it. My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl.
My girl. Ooh, ooh. I can't do the bottom. When it's cold outside,
woo!
I've got the month of May. I
Yes!
don't
Oh my
know.
God. Yes. Okay. Next one. Guys, y'all not getting off the hook this fast. Next one.
I swear, this lady right here reminds me of somebody I know. She like, y'all ain't getting off the hook that fast.
No.
Next one is love. Boom, 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 boom.
Hold up.
Love.
Oh, that's like Marvin Gaye or something, right?
Love.
Love and happiness.
Yeah.
She did that thing good. Oh my God, y'all are hilarious.
All right, now this is where it might get real difficult. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need.
I'm trying to do the jump up thing.
Did that pass? Is that pass? Is that pass? Hey!
Wait, y'all still be singing? You can't guess it. You got to sing the rest of it.
Anything is possible. Baby, let me know.
Let my style to let him go. I don't know the word. Anything, baby.
Okay, now this last one, guys. You know, I don't know if y'all gonna know it, but it's a shot in the dark. Okay. No more shopping sprees. No more late night meetings.
Oh.
No more.
No more, dog. We can't even kick it. Baby, relax, sit back and chill.
Woo!
Just give me a second and let me tell you how I feel. All around town, you've been stepping out, running your mouth about. What it make you think I wouldn't find out? Wasn't I there for you, truly care for you? Maybe my love was just too much. You could have had it good and now the love is gone. Now it's back to your hood with the 5411s on.
Yeah.
That's
a chocolate.
I'm a little rusty right now, but it's all good.
Sexual chocolate.
Good. That boy is good. He's good.
Guys.
Kind of know the lyrics to that one a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, right? A little bit.
Oh my God. We had such a great time with you guys. I'm so glad you guys were able to like join us. Please tell everybody, you know, what's coming up. I know you have your single. Congratulations. Hold on. Let me put you have Be the One. I'm sorry I don't have the picture for Be the One. We had congratulations because I was listening to it over and over and over. We've got the album Rebirth, guys. Rebirth from Ruff Endz. You gotta go out there and get it. The single I heard last night, congratulations, that was just like out of sight, and I just vibed out to it. And if the album is anything like that, guys, you gotta run out and get it. They bringing back the old school R&B. Ruff Endz Rebirth, guys. You got to go get the album. Please tell them where they can follow you at.
Follow us at official Ruff Endz. That's at official Ruff Endz with a Z, and that's on Instagram and that's on Facebook as well. We're the Real Ruff Endz on Twitter as well, and stay up to date because this Friday we're going to be releasing the video. It's going to be premiering. To Be the One is going to be premiering on Vivo this Friday. And also, we're going to be in New York City at Times Square celebrating the release of our new project. We're doing a meet and greet in Times Square outside with our fans. So all my New York people, come on out and celebrate with us. It's going to be a social distance event. but we also going to be giving out Ruff Endz t-shirts. We want to definitely send you ladies one of these as well, but we got some Ruff Endz t-shirts we're going to be giving away and signing for our fans. So come on out and celebrate with us. We've got live performances that we're going to be coming down the pipe, and the Ruff Endz documentary as well, and a bunch of videos for this album as well. So
bunch of videos.
Excited. A lot.
Okay. Y'all need some background dancers, let us know.
Indeed, you know what I mean? We gotta have, that new Hopeless song kind of got that island vibe to it. So we need some melanated women on there with the Lord, you know what I mean?
All body rolls.
I was just gonna only do the electric slide. I was only gonna do the electric slide, but okay.
Guys, Ruff Endz Rebirth out now. Please follow them. Find Ruff Endz everywhere. And most importantly, find them on your listening platforms. Don't just stream them, download them. It is so important to download the artists, guys. Make sure you pick up Ruff Endz Rebirth. And thank you guys so much. And don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we have filmmaker, actor, producer, the beautiful Nadhege Ptah is in the building, and we'll be talking with her and kicking it with her. So stay right here on Up Late with Sha and Del.
Thank you.
Up Late with Sha and Del is brought to you by The Buena, an Italian leather custom designed high top sneaker by Gwendoria Abrams Shoes. Order your pair at GwendoriaA.com.
Up Late with Sha and Del was also brought to you by Lashed by K. Jeanette. Lashes that last. And make sure you join in the party every Monday as we discuss the hottest topics, hearing what you have to say. Follow us at Up Late TV Show on Instagram.
That was so much fun. And we've got even more fun to go, because guys, it's Women's History Month, and we're ending Women's History Month with a bang. First of all, I'm gonna let Sha introduce our guest, because Sha has all. God, I love hosting this show with Sha. I don't have to do nothing. All I gotta do is like control this right here. That's all I gotta do, y'all.
It's so amazing, because I know connecting people, and I know that oftentimes, you find something where you realize that somebody's connected some kind of way. And I was looking through, I was like, some reason I know we connected somewhere. And I said, it had to be due now with, because that was like one of the first things that I joined when I first moved here to New York. But Nadhege Ptah is an actor, a writer, a dancer, a producer. She has done so many things in film and television. She's been a director and has also done things off stage as well, backstage and off Broadway. And as a dancer, she's done both in the fields. And so we are just so excited to have her on here to talk to her about her journey and how she has so much inspiration going on in her life. And I see her page, and we just got to get really into what inspires her often in her life. So let's bring out Nadhege.
Woo! Hi, ladies. Oh my God. I was enjoying the interview because I went to Morgan State University.
Oh, you did? Oh. Wait, do you mind what year? Because we probably know the same people.
I graduated in 1994.
Oh yeah, you know Sylvia and Jamie.
What major? I majored in psychology. What did they major?
Oh
in?
yeah, I think Jamie majored in psychology. But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
I know. I was like, wow, small world.
It is.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? How was your day today?
I'm fine. Say it again.
How was your day today?
Oh, pretty busy because I'm writing, right? So I'm doing a lot of writing. So it's mental exhaustion. So
yeah,
but I love creating.
Yeah. What can I tune out the world when that's happening? You gotta tune out the world. So I can only imagine.
Totally tune out the world. Feels like another baby.
Yeah,
that you have to take care of. But then you have other babies to take care of. So you're dropping the ball in other areas of your life. But that's what it takes to make things come to fruition,
Yeah. Can we ask what you're writing?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, I did the short film Paris Blues in Harlem. So now it's transitioning in development for a television series. So I'm working on the television series component of it. Yeah.
That is really good. And you're doing all the writing for it?
I'm doing all the writing for it.
Ooh. Well, you know your characters. So it's like that's the thing about, like you said, it's the baby. You know the intricacies of them all. So you like, I can't hand my baby over to anybody. So
yeah. I feel like it's important to lay the groundwork before you actually get a team, so that people know where the vision is and where you're going. So I think it's always important to lay the groundwork.
That's awesome.
Well, now that we've gotten so serious, we got to scratch all that and get into the actual interview. So I looked on your Instagram page and I saw that you have a lot of, like, you know, motivational statements, quotes on there. What advice have you been given that you just absolutely did not take?
Probably a lot, especially when I was young, you know. What advice I didn't take? When you're depressed, go shopping. And I accumulated a credit card debt.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Oh, if you're depressed, go shopping. Well, you know, kind of get sad a lot of times, so that didn't work.
Mine was always saying eat ice cream, and that didn't work out too well. So
you know, tell people to write, tell people to be creative. So yeah,
go for a walk. Go for a walk.
Go for a walk. You know, absolutely.
Don't eat nothing. Just walk it off. That's it.
So we were looking at the fact that you know, your body of work and you playing different characters, and we saw that Viola Davis is going to be playing Michelle Obama. In that film, you know, they probably have a cast of different people playing different people. But who do you think should play Michelle Obama's hairdresser?
I think because Michelle Obama is a very serious person, I think it would be great. Maybe Whoopi Goldberg would be great because it brings that comedic edge, right? To kind of lighten up that role, the seriousness of the role. And, you know, she's historical. She's a historical figure at this point. So I can definitely see casting Whoopi Goldberg, because you don't expect her to be a hairdresser, especially she has her hair in locks. So, you know, and then the fact that she's funny, and I think it would help to bring some comedic relief, some humor into it. So I definitely see a Whoopi Goldberg playing.
You know, she was telling her hairdresser everything, like, you know, so we need that aspect of it.
Absolutely.
That daggone Barack.
I didn't even know. So now they have Viola for the role to play Michelle Obama.
Yes. You can say you've been in the dungeon. You like, what day is it again?
In the dungeon, and then people asking, have you seen this movie? Have you seen this? And I'm like, I don't have time. I feel like I have to catch up in like the past 10 years. I have to catch up. Like you, Shaw, you have babies. Do you have children, Belle?
No, I have dogs though. So me and Shaw have the same speech when I get off the phone. Like, stop. What is y'all doing?
Exactly. And people don't realize that when you have children, you know, I could tell you about Dora. I could tell you every children's show in one period of my life, because that's sort of like that break that you needed. I said, no, I have a lot of catching up to do, you know, especially when you're creative. And I know you guys are creative, especially as comedians. Yeah.
And then also, you know, even though I don't have children, like, you just don't have, like, I'm always amazed when people be like, you know, I sat and binge watched so-and-so. I'm on season 6. You know, I got 13 more seasons to go. And I'm like, oh, you must don't have a job. You must don't work. You must don't eat. You must don't cook your own food. Because I can't just binge watch, you know, 7 seasons of a show throughout the weekend. Like, I can only watch, like, I can watch one movie, and then that second movie, I'm like, I got to get out the house. I don't care what time it is. You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't do it. You know what I mean? And that's the creative person.
Because
time in their head.
Exactly. You'll be amazed, especially with lockdown, the streaming services went,
I can imagine.
Yeah, I can't binge watch because, like you, I need to be out. Even with the writing, today was a nice the weather was nice. It was just like, all right, let's step outside and meet with a laptop just to change up the atmosphere, you know?
Yeah.
Because writing requires you to stay put in that quiet space.
Yeah.
Closer. I wouldn't even want to watch anything else because then that person's voice from whatever show would be like Medea. If I'm watching Medea and all of a sudden I'm like, hello, and I'm writing my script.
Absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
Why am I writing hello in my script right now? Like, no.
Hello. yeah. But, you know, there are people who binge watch, you know, and you can see, especially on social media, when people are commenting, did you see this show? Did you see that show? And I'm like, I'm so behind. I don't even know. And then like, aren't you an actress? Aren't you a film? I said, you'd be amazed how many of us don't even watch our own, whatever show you're in, you don't even watch it.
You don't watch it. You don't have time. No, you don't have time at all.
No.
Well, you know, we got to also kick it with you because you are an actress, filmmaker, producer, director, writer. So, you know, we have a game called Who is this filmmaker, director, filmmaker, writer, bad B?
Oh boy, I'm so bad at guessing, but I'm gonna try.
We're gonna give you some clues, and you'll be good at guessing. Okay,
you'll get these. You'll get them.
All right. The first one starred as in Living Single. And she also now is one of the producers of the new Wu-Tang series, The Before Story.
Kim Fields?
She starred as...
Oh, wait a minute. You're talking about Queen Latifah.
The one more.
She was Maxine in Living Single.
Erica. And I meant to say her name first. Wow.
Always go with your first instincts.
Yes. And she is producing too. She has a production company.
I
loved her.
All right. So this writer, producer, director had her start on a series at their Apartment Number. She's gone on to direct things that had Muhammad Ali and other figures in the role. Who is she?
You said she
started out on a series that had an apartment number as a name.
227. Am I right? 227. And what's the other clue?
And she directed a film that had Muhammad Ali eating ice cream.
Ooh. Let me remember other people. Oh, Regina King?
Yes.
Wait a minute. She's doing it. She's doing it. And that's one of my I gotta catch up and watch also.
Yeah. I'm really keen. Okay, this next one started out with a web series called Awkward Black Girl, and now has just signed an $8 million deal to produce
Miss Issa Rae.
Hello.
She's bad to the bone. Making it happen for the millennials, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the fact that she's doing it all for just creating something on YouTube. So
yeah.
You know, and everybody's trying that model. I'm like, I think that's kind of saturated now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about it. We're behind the game if that's where you're going first. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Now this powerhouse of a woman is an empire in herself. She was the star of many of her own films, beloved naming the one. And she has such a belief in her own self. She names magazines and her network after herself.
Miss Oprah Winfrey.
I'm talking about that's a bad mama jamma right there, you know?
Hello.
A network, okay?
A whole network.
A whole network. I'm like, what else can you do? She actually moved her magazine to digital.
Oh, did she?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. So you're not going to get the physical magazines. That ended last year. So now it's just digital.
Wow.
That was a smart move.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This next one, you know,
Mhm.
she was America's famous side chick, you know, side chick to the top man in the country. Also, director of one of our other Bad Bees series, Insecure.
Insecure. And she plays somebody's side chick.
Famous, famous, the most famous side chick ever.
To a president.
And she's one of the directors on Insecure.
You talk, it's not Layla. Light skin woman.
ABC Network.
Wait a minute.
We'll give you another clue. She was the wife of Jamie Foxx in Ray.
I know who you're talking about. I'm having a brain fart. Yes, in Ray, famous side chick to president. Why is her name not coming up?
Her last name is our state's capital, our country's capital.
Kerry Washington.
Yes.
Kerry Washington. How could I? Ooh, yes, yes.
You're
I'm
just like, where? I know this.
Why am I having a brain fart?
I know my side chicks. I know my famous.
Yeah,
side
I know
chicks.
the famous side chick, honey. She played that side chick real bad.
But if you rooted for her, that's when you know you're playing a good side chick. When you root for the side chick.
Absolutely.
So you have, like you were saying, you were writing and you have your projects and work and you're bringing that out. So are you, in terms of your project you're working on now, having it put on a platform? Or are you going to go on, doing it independently on your own?
Actually, pitching for network first, go big and then you just work your way. But really, definitely, I love to see this go on network. Netflix, Amazon, or any major network. So, Paris Blues in Harlem is one of the oldest jazz clubs that still exists in Harlem by Samuel Hargris, who unfortunately transitioned last year. So he did the whole journey with me as we watched the film, do the film festivals, won awards nationally and internationally. So I think that we have a lot of characters that are people would resonate with people as we discuss family drama, as we discuss legacy, and how do we sustain legacy in our culture, right? Because when that legacy is being passed on, we either don't sustain it for either we're not interested in the next generation or we don't know how to manage it. So it's in the backdrop of gentrification and a family trying to pass it on to his next generation, his granddaughter. And you get to see the wounds of the family that sometimes interfere with us building generational wealth.
And you have a Caribbean background. Was there some influences in the stories from your family and upbringing that you're bringing to the script?
No, has nothing to do with it. But interestingly enough, Mr. Hargris, all his workers were women from the managers. So you had the two Dominican sisters. You had one from Belize and one from Bahamas. And Mr. Hargris is from Alabama.
Oh, how about that?
It was an interesting mix.
It was an interesting mix.
And he had his country accent in Harlem, and the tourists is coming. I'm like, he's talking to them. I'm like, they have no clue what he's saying, but they're here for jazz music.
Yeah, they have his own subtitles.
Yeah. No subtitles, but
a translator, like, girl, he just said, how y'all doing?
Yeah. He said, I cook 7 days a week. And I'm like, I don't think they understand him, but they're so happy just to be in Harlem to listen to some live music.
I know, and Paris Blues is such a cute venue. I just can't wait till everything opens back up because, it has this like little nook in the corner. They have some like, we went there on like Thanksgiving one year and it was like, they had food, for everybody to eat. It was just such
free
a cool vibe over there and free. Oh,
free food.
7 days a week.
That's
Free food.
why I needed to mention the food was in the corner, because they was like, I'm at it. And I was like, all this good food, ain't nobody gonna get this. And they was like, no, this is, they want to bring this because they know artists be here. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I will take a plate. What is that, rice?
Where's my Tupperware?
Well, sometimes it would be Southern food, it would be Caribbean food, because he have or Dominican food.
Yeah.
But his food
I
was
think
free.
I came on Dominican food night that night.
You came on Dominican food night. And that's what was so special about him, because it was more than just come on and listen to jazz music and buy drinks.
Yeah.
He was an activist in his own right. And if you didn't eat all day, come and eat. If somebody was strung out on drugs and trying to get on their feet, if you stayed clean, he'd give you a job. Something to do just to get on your feet and not fall on hard times, you know?
Wow.
This is where people came. Well, lend money. He was just such a giving person, such a humanitarian. And the characters that came through. I remember one time I was there with the editor as we were going through the footage of the film over there. And then somebody knocked on the door and I said, yes. He said, I'm looking for Mr. Hargris. I said, who is this? Tupac. An old man. Barely could walk. Tell him Tupac in here. I said, this is funny, you know, and just the nicknames that they gave each other. Like you had this young woman who was born in Paris, but she's of African descent, and they just call her Frenchie. That was it, Frenchie. Frenchie's here, you know. So just those nicknames, Too Tall, Frenchie, Tupac. I'm like, and they're a character in and of themselves. And I said, this, you know, we need this story again, sort of like the Sanford and Son, these memorable characters that just stood in your head.
Yes.
And it's live right there in Paris Blues, and bringing the element of music also that helps to drive the story. And live artists from indie to famous to not famous, but then just the breadth of the music that we develop, from jazz to R&B to gospel, and just having that live in that space in the element of the story drama.
And it's such a needed thing, because you don't see that. Like, you know, you had like an empire with that genre of music, but to have that element and, you know, being the backdrop of this kind of show is great. So how did this story find you? Or you found it?
Well, my first film, I was going around Harlem, the different businesses to get support, financial support. So I was like, oh, let's stop at Paris Blues. And normally, usually people in Harlem don't really think this is a real business. I just thought it was elders sitting in front what looks like a shack. But I went in there, speaking to him, telling him about my first film, and he just gave me $250 cash right there on the spot. He said, go ahead, Miss Hollywood. Right? So I would come back and forth and let him know how my progress was with the first film. And then I started getting kind of curious and just asking him questions. And then realized that he owned the entire property, not just the jazz club, but he owned the residential, bought air rights, and is worth well over $10 million.
Wow.
And I said, whoa, we just lost Lenox Lounge, the world famous Lenox Lounge, where Billie Holiday, all these greats, because he owned the name but not the property. Mr. Hargris owned his property. Nobody can take him out. Wow. And he said, yeah, I done told him he should have purchased that place, and he didn't listen to me. And so I said, wow, you have history from the drug era and then gentrification. And then he'll show me, he said, well, across the street, see that bodega? That used to be where the Black Panther site is, where they would give coats and food and drive. And then show me his picture with his friends with Rosa Parks. He did the Montgomery Walk. You know, so I said, oh, you got history here. And he even said, Muhammad Ali used to come through. And I said, oh, we need to do a story on you. And the world needs to know about you. Is this local hero. And we, our own people, don't really put value in that. But yet Europe flocks to Paris Blues. Somebody across the street don't even really know about Paris Blues. So I really wanted to highlight this local hero, who was always giving and not really concerned about making money, but he was making money because he gave so much. You know, he was a community person that bridged the gap between the old Harlem and new Harlem. So where there's the tension because of gentrification, but there's not tension in there, right? Because everybody can now come in one just to enjoy some good music, laughter, and free food.
That's awesome. That's awesome that you found a story through that. And I heard from that is that I need to go to restaurants and tell people I'm a creator and see if they'll give me $250. So thanks for that.
Yes, you'll be amazed. You let people know I'm from this community. And he, no question asked, came out of his pocket, that. You know, old school cash.
Wow.
Right. And we're just walking around
okay.
Right, walking around with $250 in his pocket.
Oh, you'd be amazed because the time we had to shoot at Paris Blues, and I said we're going to use your apartment as one of the holding space, and then also his best friend from Alabama lived upstairs. He had a whole bunch of cash.
Oh my God!
Listen, we're going to have cast and crew. You're gonna have to take your cash, Mr. Hargreaves.
Find another mattress because this got to go.
Yeah, I mean, he had it in the bank, he had it in his pocket. It's like, oh, I'm like, Mr. Hargreaves, I'm gonna need you to take your cash because we, you know, there'll be people in and out of your apartment. We don't have security.
And I trust the banks. That's what that come from. When I
get
it. Well, it has been such a pleasure. So
yes.
To hear about this journey, and I'm so excited to see this story. Like I can't wait. I'm going to definitely add you to my prayers and know that you're going to get that yes, and this is going to happen.
Yes.
So for sure.
Thank you, and that's what I need. I need the prayers, the protection, and as we forge ahead to make this happen.
Yeah,
and it will. But Nadege, we thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know that, like I said, when I saw just the stuff that you've done, I said, this is a person that I could tell that when she's in her element, she means it. She's in the space of like committing to communicating a craft that is going to be true to who she is. And I just love that about you. So I just
thank you. Thank you.
So much
and thank you. Thank you, ladies.
So much. Thank you, Nadege.
Thank you so much. And we enjoyed you. And we'll please tell everybody how they can find you online and follow you.
Yes. I have my website, www.nadegeptah.com. So it's spelled NADHEGEPTAH.com. And you can find social media, same name. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. They even got me on TikTok.
I'm going to that after the show. So thank you for that.
Yes, I started, but it's like not really started. I said, okay, let's just set it up. I'm like, what is this? And then my 8-year-old said, Mom, it's only for up to such and such age. I said, thank you. I know that, but I'm on it. She's like, but
I want you to be doing the Bobby challenge. Thank you. Get off of there, please. Thanks.
Yes. No, she said only for age 7 to 12. You're not 7 to 12.
That's what they think. They think it belongs to them, but whatever. You keep doing you. You keep doing you.
Yes.
Well, God bless you. We thank you so much for joining us, and we look for him. When you're ready to pull the project out, got a trailer. So, come on back on so we can promote it. We want to see
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Take care. God bless you.
Same here.
Okay. Bye.
Hey, this is Shaw Hayes.
And Dale Harrison, and you're watching
Up Late
TV show. You got to come on over to our channel. We got
the hottest celebrity interviews
and the funniest comedians on our channel.
Well, Funny Pop. Come on, we got the hot topics, pop culture. You just want to see it all.
And we're giving our funny opinion, and you will LYAO. So make sure you come through.
And subscribe.
Come in.